Alright, time for the obligatory microphone check to make sure that the microphone works. Alright, time for the... Okay, microphone works. We are good to go. Hello, this is Vulturefire. We are still on beta version 1060. If this is your first time catching a beta stream, the way that you can join the beta is there's a link in the description to the Discord, and then you message one day about joining the beta. The beta patch, for localization reasons mostly, may not ever end up coming to live, so if you're interested in the new features, you will need to join the beta. Collect those from the last time we did a run. So this time, the suggestion from the chat was to do a Spellweave deck with the current version of that one thing, of Assisted Spell, which, I'll be honest, I have not, I don't recall offhand what it does, so we'll check that real quick. Okay. Deals damage to any enemy per ally, then gains Spellweave per ally. And upgrades to be Stealth 3 cost, 8 damage, and Spellweave 3. So that will generate some Spellweave, but it's inherently limited how many allies we can have. But we do get the Runic Spirit sprite, so it will do something theoretically. I don't know that I would want to run more than maybe one copy of that. So characters we could play. We could play Primordial Nayema. We're not playing Primordial Nayema. I might play regular Nayema though. Probably just like having access to. She can generate Spellweave. That's the main advantage. Downside is we can't run Incandescent Ritual because if we do, it will just incinerate all of our shades, or all of our sprites, which is not what we're looking for. Theoretically, Magician Rauden does also do Spellweave, and so does Void Drophus, although neither of them really does discard stuff. For ally stuff, we obviously do have Makir or CPU. CPU is really more about allies, or is really more about like triggering ally actions, which is not necessarily going to be super valuable to us with runic sprites. Trying to think like if there are any ways to get like this would give us powerful on our allies. I think that would be the only way to easily get powerful on our allies at common, because the only other option would be Thriving Spirit, which is kind of expensive, and if we're trying to do spell stuff, it isn't really what we want. Other options are like we do Salon. This is only on killing enemies. Okay, we do Salon just because we get a Cannon Blast mature spells every turn. But it's been a while since I did baseline, just like normal quote-unquote Nayema things. So the real question here, though, is like, and this is why like I am somewhat skeptical of the deck, is I'm not sure that this is better than just doing the standard Spellweave thing, which is that we just run like the Consuming Incantation. We just do Consuming Incantation looping. But we'll try it. Yeah. Yeah, this is going to be our only way to get powerful to allies, I think. And that is not going to work. So we're going to go focus. I am still going to be doing pocket stuff, because of course I am. We're going to read the skies. Because we're just not running Incan Ritual, so we can avoid that problem. I don't like Runic Focus that much. It's like we have a 3-cost spell, and Runic Focus is only... Like, I like Runic Focus a lot more on Magician, where we can guarantee it won't be dead. I do absolutely want a Quick Bolt. I probably want at least one Transform. It's just a question of whether it is Frozen Solid or not. I think it probably is just Frozen Solid, because Frozen Solid is just very good. We can run Death Field. I probably need at least one more spell. Right now we are a little low on actual damage. Running Consuming Incantation feels like cheating. Play the one card that sacks an ally and gives Fortress. That card's pretty good. Yeah, you're right. I could, but I don't know that I necessarily want like a defensive option. I think it would be more inclined towards taking the powerful option and just relying on the Pocket Shield as our defense, along with like Read the Skies. Because getting powerful is always good. Like I've done, the other thing is like if we have powerful stacking, that makes pocket sand. Somebody in the Discord, Dervage Richmond in the Discord, is asking about using Celestial Bolt as the transform card, and I could, but I don't. I plan to do pocket stuff, and that makes a 7-mana card a big ask. You know what actually does a spell? It's Deadly Creativity. So, what was my other thought that I got lost in the middle of? Lots of thoughts. Oh, running the powerful ally sacrifice. That's probably worth it. I don't know, the problem with Drain Power is that it can just be completely dead if we don't have an ally to go with it. But I don't really want to go to 14 cards, but maybe I should. Just to get another... I don't think I can run Drain Power with the starting deck as it stands, because I don't think we have quite enough ally sacrifice. Because the allies right now are really more of just a little small bonus. But we probably could justify an assisted analysis. Alright. Let's see how it goes. There are technically Battle Ramparts cards that are... Oh, we should get our idol set up. That'll be fine. There are Battle Ramparts cards that can be good here. Bigger things like Soothing Size is good. For these two, Icy Gale cards are always good. Ruby Dragon does not give us ally cards. Fire Presence is always fine, especially because we are fighting Emptiness, and that gives us a way to fight against Emptiness. I don't know. The other thing is like a Giant Lord Blossom only will give us one ally slot, which might be difficult. Pocket Sand, yes, exactly. Look, I have a branch to maintain. I think we're going to do this. When in doubt, pocket runs. Alright, I think we just take this. Both of these are pretty good. But we will just take the extra mana per turn. Okay. So this is a slightly... Naturally, we don't have the ally summoner on the run that we're doing ally stuff, theoretically. I think we have to go through the 2 sun fights just because, like, this does heal our allies. It does get powerful to our allies. It's a good start. Do you just go for the Spell Weave here? I think so. We don't have any buffs for Sunbolt yet. Kind of climbing uphill to kill things, but we got there. That helps. The Pocket Sand is now net positive. I think we just go for mana here. And then the question is, do we want to change stance? I think so. And then I think we just go for Starlit Reflection. Alright. And we'll start stacking some Spell Wave. Mighty Adept. One of those things helps us. Nice evasion, idiot. And we have now a lot of buffs, so we can just Sunbolt for a ton of damage. Donk. This is not the one we are looking for. Yeah, I don't think I can justify that. I think we just take the Gambler's Focus. Although, Bleed on enemies is actually not bad. We are playing a lot of cards. It does mean that like we have to deal with Ally. Like I'm not planning to keep it long term because there's obviously awkward things with having an ally summoning thing when we are, or an enemy summoning thing when we're trying to do allies, but. I think at this point we do go for mana out of this. And I think we Starfall. Yeah. Which I forget that we're now on regular. It's been so long since I played regular Nayema, I forget that I can just Starfall for specific things. This guy has an AoE attack, so hopefully we can just dodge that. And once we get out of the sunlight fights, things should go slightly less obnoxiously because we won't be healing things for 1,000,000 health. We won't be giving things a ton of shield every time we do literally anything. I really don't like getting the bleed, but I think it may still be the play. Because otherwise I think we're going to have a much, much harder time. We do get mana out of clawing. Don't quite finish the kill here, but we obviously did a ton of damage with that, so it was absolutely correct to take that bleed card, I think, because otherwise I have no clue how we get through this fight with the amount of shield we're giving them. Dealing with bleed is obviously not our favorite thing, but also unfortunately we don't have any shield, which means that we have no way to get shield before we use this. So while we can get mana out, we're not going to be able to do. Yeah, because like the bleed means that our shield goes away basically the instant we get it. So we're only going to really get 2 mana out of this. And yeah, you are going to kill our allies. And that just heals it even more. Yeah, this fight's going to take us a bit to get through. Especially because we didn't get powerful early on this time. Oh, right, we don't know what's on top of our dropout because we don't have a dropout right now. Okay, yeah, I want to make sure you died. I wasn't quite sure how the sequence was going to work out if I had done that in a different order. Starfall doesn't seem super useful. Can't quite freeze ourselves. Maybe we go for it anyway? Just fucking Bento's having over 100 shield. Just hunger plus sun things. Unfortunately, we cannot afford to sunfall again. We're just on shield here. At least we're not losing health either, I guess. Christ. This may legitimately end up being one of the longest fights in the run, just because of I think I just iced this and plan to rely on stunfalls. That might be wrong, but that's what we're doing. We are up to now. Nice thing is that because our allies also got powerful, we now get some growth, I guess. Guess that's good. Even more powerful. Alright. So ideally we want to hit 0 before we draw a card. Well, that's the best way to do that. And then swap stance, we Sunbolt. Fortunately, that's not going to let us copy Sunbolt, but it will copy this. And after 1,000 years, we have finally Sunbolted a Binta to death. That Binta took 200 plus damage to kill because of the fucking sun. That's very, very good. And we still didn't... We did all of this work and we didn't even get the card we wanted. I don't hate this. I think we just take the VHS though. Just get stone nothing out of the sun fights. Aside from wasting all of our time. This fight should go so much faster. Okay, good. That did actually kill. Look at us killing an enemy on the first turn. Hurry for doing more damage than enlisted because of summoning an ally first. Good morning. What's going on is we just spent approximately an hour and a half killing the first two fights because of sun weather and being a pocket deck. Not literally that much time, but it just felt like it. This is not going to actually... Will it actually freeze? Yes. Okay, good. I need to get through that. I don't know if I was going to planning on sunbolting, but I don't know that we have enough buffs to make that actually worth it. Probably better off just doing this. And then just setting up for the plan to kill next turn. And specifically we were doing that. I was joking, it was like 10 minutes. It was nowhere near an hour and a half. The stream's only been going for 20 minutes after, not counting the countdown, the initial countdown. guess we just take this blend to cut it, because it doesn't do a ton for us. We've so far gotten relatively bad luck with our drops, although we do get this guy now, which is nice. I guess it's only going to be a bleed 3. We can still do it. Question is, do we want Senfall after we hit 0? Or do we want to... I think we want to get... I know in my head what I'm trying to say. I think we just get the spell, the Solar Flare. Yeah, even 3 bleed ends up being almost enough. What is giving us that much damage on that pocket sand? Because our base damage is only... We're not playing the version that gives us extra damage for Spell Weave. Why is that at 7x2? Do we just get a bunch of damage from our idol? That shouldn't be enough. Why are we doing that much damage with... Got plus... Do you have any clue why our pocket sand just did that much damage? Oh, it's the pack tactics. Torp. Forget that we get pack tactics from this guy. That's actually really good. Looking over, and yeah, Derwood Regiment did notice. Did actually explain that a second after I figured it out. Do take the drain power. This is almost in the starting deck. I guess we try it, see if it's any good, and then we can just cut it if we don't like it. We don't have a guaranteed ally to sacrifice, although it's the ally that I don't really want to sacrifice. This fight also has a nasty habit of killing our allies with the poison blood. I think this is not a Keen Edge fight. It's a Keen Edge Strike fight. I think that is the ally we want. The Crystallize here should actually end up, because we have Crystallize from spells and the Spell Weave, we have a good amount of percentage stacking, which is nice. Obviously our ideal pickup would be an increasing assault, but building a card pool is boring, so I didn't do that. We can start falling into a Verminous Assault. We don't actually want to play the Verminous Assault. We don't really have enough wits to draw cards off that. We do just Starfall. This is absolutely not going to be a fight where we get any value out of drain power, because they don't sacrifice this guy. Debating swapping stance here. Oh, I should play that again. I forgot. I played it thinking about that, and then my brain just completely forgot that was part of the plan until... Anyway. Ideally we kill this front one here before it can set up Poison Blood, which is what it's trying to do. I think we need 15, or no, okay, so we only need 10 poison, 10 shield for that. I think we're just going for more mana out of that. And yeah, we are going to be able to get there on getting this kill off of good old Quick Bolt. I don't love that we've picked up this many cards where I've just said like we're taking this card to plan to cut it later. And we are only on the first mid-boss. But whatever, I normally get later in the run and I have a bunch of extra removals that I waste, so. Alright, let's then get Sunbolt, I think just Solar Flare. Actually don't have much Spellweave because we haven't been able to get our Spellweave works out. And then it's actually a little awkward because I'm realizing now, like I should have used that to get the Spellweave out because I want to get. Ideally, I would like just be in Lunar Stance so I could get mana. And then that'll work. You'll finish it off effectively, and that'll be the fight. Alright. We're not a Lingering Ritual deck. I don't hate Devourer's Strike. Although we're not fighting Cruelty, which is the one where I mostly care about killing Idle Stones. I don't hate getting rid of, like, the Hunger Stones and the Emptiness Stones are good to get rid of. Endless Oozing is just pretty good. I could also just save the reroll. Given how bad our luck has been, I think I'm kind of... I also don't hate Recycled Armor, honestly. But I think we just take the Endless Oozing. We're not doing any status yet, but, you know, there's always later. And then as far as upgrades go, kind of a Quick Bolt powered deck right now. Okay, I think we upgrade Quick Bolt. And I think we upgrade probably one of our mana cards. We have been relatively low on mana. Or I could upgrade this and get Runic Sprite Pluses, which get us... I think it's more spell weight. Oh no, they do, because they go from spell weight 1 to spell weight 2. We get more growth. The growth is nice. And then we cut. I want to give the Drain Power a chance in a fight with more than where we actually have space. I think just cut the Keenage Strike because I think the Firmest Assault is better at doing what it is right now for us. And then we're just going to go up and take this event. We could go this direction. Like, this is an okay mana card, but I think, like, this is not exciting enough to justify, like, taking extra event for. This fight can also be a pain in the butt because this guy's a jerk, but I'm sure we can work something out. Okay, if we Starfall, we get the Drain Power, which I don't hate having right now. Because, yeah, we can do that to you, which kills that. And then what? Do we change stance? Do I want to be in Lunar Stance next turn? Probably. We probably could also use more shield. I think we're going to weak you. I should have gotten the star, just gotten the copy spell thing and just copied Pocket Sand twice. Pocket Sand once because we had no reason not to. Just wasn't thinking. Conveniently, we do have enough shield for that still. Oh, wrong button. Get out our Super Sprite. It's going to attempt to summon that it's going to fail. I think it's going to get powerful, but I think we just do it anyway. Yeah, and it ends up being okay because if we've got the tough and it's weak and all that, so we've got enough damage reduction, it just doesn't end up mattering that much. No, our summons. Now we're in trouble. Oh, just kidding, we got that. Star falling. I think star falling makes sense here. Kind of hoping that was going to go ahead and trip the that. Gonna freeze that, which will freeze the whole row, which means that now you are once again going to fail at summoning. Oh, I'm still really bad at this because we would have had that dead if I had not messed up. We're farming it for reasons. But it's intentional, I promise. Is this a... it's regular running sprite. Sacrifice you for value. Alright, good. You did not do another summon. Heyo. Farming for farming, the best kind of farming. Exactly! You get it. Alright, we have plenty of shield. Some of our allies may die, but that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Wow, they didn't. Because they lost, because the thing lost all its powerful, I guess. Out of tough and mighty is not better. This is always good. This is also always good. This is also okay. I think the Sublime Blast is the most on-theme one, so we're going to take it. And then... do we... Okay, so I want to use this, but I want to use both of these first. Going to do that. Change stance. You are going to trash this, which is annoying, but everything's so good. Alright. Where is our... It's several cards down. How irritating. Just play that out, I guess, then. Goodbye. Let's go for that to hit 0. You're not dead to whatever, which is a little annoying, but you can do that. Now you're dead because you didn't have tough. Fights continue to be going fairly well. Still don't think this card's that good with our, even though we're an ally deck, but I'll take it and plan to cut it, like so many other cards I've taken this run. Normally I take an upgrade here, but we have so many cards that I just kind of want to get rid of. I think, yeah, we just got the Pack Strike. I don't think I'm a fan. Well, just give our allies that powerful. Maybe we do just get rid of the Verminous Assault now. There's a chance I end up cutting the Drain Power, because we're fighting Formless, and cause, like, we have this guy that we don't really want to be sacrificing. Which makes the Drain Power notably worse. Let's go ahead and get that out. We do have 2 ally spots. Do we have... No, we don't have something worth... Well, actually, it's not terrible to Starfall, even though it'll do no damage. It's mana. I may actually Starfall here, as silly as that feels. The question is then, I think we just do this. And then we can... We are just kind of focusing on this front guy initially. Makes sense, he's in the front. Are we going for Deadly Creativity or the mana? If you go for the mana, we can Frozen Solid, but I don't know that we have enough powerful to actually freeze them solid. The Deadly Creativity is slightly awkward. We can't hit 0 again anyway. I think we take Creativity. Yeah, that is enough damage. That is also enough damage. Well, let's go with the cheaper option. I'm gonna do... Fortunately, these guys don't actually hit that hard, so even though we're shocked, we're not looking at that much incoming damage. Debating if I want to just keep wailing on the front one or if I want to hit some of the back ones. I think just going one at a time through this seems like an okay way to approach this fight. Although I probably want to get weak on all of them. So the question is, do I want to... Okay, so Starfalling just gets his mana. I think we just go for Lunar Armor here. We can sand you out of existence. And then donk you. And they're all sanded. Our defenses are surprisingly good. I'm trying to check, like, all the weak is gone, so I can't check how much our weak is at right now. I mean, I could open the menu, but where's the fun in that? What do we prioritize here? Oh, we can look at what the rest of our draw pile is. Then we definitely need the mana. Okay. Starfalling here is not super useful, but we can Starlight. And then we can freeze solid the Insidious Power Stone probably. Thinking through numbers. I can't play this or the... I need to... I think I just have to go for mana right now. Slightly awkward that we don't freeze, but honestly not that big a deal. Just remember to actually play out both copies. We will get trash from you, but whatever. It just put us down to all of the first forms now. And this fight overall has been relatively easy. Like, I didn't expect it to be super hard, but even then. Are you a Sprite Plus? You are a Sprite Plus. Do I kill you anyway? Probably. Definitely gonna Sunbolt somebody out of existence. Just play that. The sequencing here looks a little weird, but it lets me play out the quick bolt again, which I think I value more than having an out than just untapping with a Spellweave Dork in play. Or Runic Sprite. Alright. So yeah, we are not a fast run, but we are also just a reasonably effective run, so if we do that, we don't quite get frozen. And then there we go. Yep. So yeah, not a fast run, but so far everything has gone very smoothly. And we just take Mystical Bloom. It's not super on theme, but I like having an Arcane Source and it's a good card. Take our first card draw trinket of the run. Always love to see those. Pocket Shield Plus is always solid. Upgrading these means that we just get more Runic Sprite Plus, which is nice. I do like Frozen Solid Plus though. And then this upgrade I think is very good because it means that we get, you know, more than one turn worth of wits out of keeping it in hand. Like, we have a lot of solid upgrade choices here. If we're going to be an ally deck though, I feel like we have to upgrade the ally generation. And then I think I still cut the Pack Strike. It's not the worst, but I'm trying to be a spell ally deck, and so obviously that means you have to cut things that do ally stuff that aren't spells. Alright, I don't think any of this... The only ally stuff here is going to be like this, but we don't have... Like, technically we will get Elemental Mastery even without triggering burn, but we don't have to waste a step of the burn. I don't think it's worth it without that. I think we're more inclined to just like go gore for the powerful stacking. Alright, Starfall here is awkward. Starfalling is now less awkward. Slightly. Like, it is still a little silly because we get mana, but we can't actually do whatever. Pop. Alright. This guy thinks he means business. But we mean more business. Use that to draw cards. I think we want to get into Lunar Stance and get Moon Stance and get mana out. Number series don't quite work out the way I would like. Because I don't want to play. This is the awkward thing with this one. With this plus the Void Hardened Skin, is like we don't want to discard that. But I think we still do. Just because like it saves us a bunch of health. We don't really have a heal option right now aside from Hunger. Should have looked at what I was drawing. I don't really want to sacrifice our only ally right now. I don't have any spare of whatever. Yeah, just kind of awkward all around. Just take a Starfall, I guess. If I change stance... Just thinking through, like, I don't love any of my options here. Starfall draws us the focus. Gives us 4. I think we ice that. And then I think we just plan to double Quick Bolt here. It's not the most exciting, but it is slowly working us towards victory. We are still stacking so much damage, or so much percentage damage. We need to find a big hit, probably. And I don't really count the Sublime Blast, because the base numbers on that aren't actually that good. I say we need to find a big hit, but we do have this still, which is absolutely a big hit. Yeah, that'll do. And we just do it again. God, I love Nayema. You just always have the answer. If you think you don't have the answer, you just have to check your back pocket. Find out the answer was in your back pocket the whole time. Literally, I guess, given how much I like pocket decks. Alright, Tranquil Raising. This is not really what we're looking for. This is a pocket card, but it's not super valuable to us right now. Especially Tranquil Grazing or Gore. I think at this point we have enough growth sources that I value the I value this more. We could also take this, I guess, because this does give us poison sprites. I think we prefer just getting our spell sprites going. I think we can take this. I think we can definitely take that because we're already at +1 mana gain per turn from our tabard. This event doesn't do anything really. So Lucky Die is another card or trinket, but it's my least favorite. I do like having extra maxed status because we are going to be fighting Dread. So I want to have as much max frost as we can get. We are occasionally applying Arcane. Could Starfall that. Alright, we gotta deal with you. Alright. 2 draw mana here. I think we just go for creativity here. It's not the biggest creativity ever, but it doesn't really need to be. You're going to burn to death here, I think? Yeah, definitely going to burn to death. Oh, no. Not because of the lifesteal, of course. Well, that's fine. Perfect. We are getting lightly poisoned. But what's a light poisoning between friends? I didn't realize we didn't have enough shield for whatever. To get the extra mana. We could draw more cards here. I don't think we even need to. Decay's really annoying. Decay's more annoying than the poison blood, and it's not really close. Okay, what do we do here? We do have the wisp, we could draw cards. Trying to get a kill here. We might be, actually. Okay, it doesn't quite get us there. But that should be okay. That's just gonna be Shrivel. Basically have this fight at this point. There we go. Mildly obnoxious, but Poison Blood 1 just is not really much these days. There have been times where that was a lot scarier. This Scrying Blast, it theoretically could be a big hit. I don't know that I believe that we can make it happen. Like, we have not had great luck with star falling, but we'll take it, I guess, and then cut it immediately. Do we just cut it immediately? Yeah. Then we can do better. Damage dealt and set display by allies is actually not super valuable to us because we are mostly using runic sprites, which don't do either of those things. Alright, it's another one ally slot fight. Fortunately, we do have this lining up well. Probably should get tough here. Do I want mana out of this? I don't think we need mana out of that. The other thing is that star falling here would be very good. Look at us actually lining up Starfall. Just realizing now that I've accidentally left myself in this. I meant to have this guy out, but because it's not the end of the world. Which means we don't get the pack tactics. Oh, just kidding. That guy's dead anyway. Intentional. I was paying attention. Probably want to cleanse off at least one of that bleed. I don't know that we're going to end up cleansing all of it. Alright, we can get all the mana here. And we can shield up next turn. And hopefully finish off. Oh, I underestimated just how much healing was going to happen. We may still be able to get that finish off, but doing 180 in one turn is maybe a little questionable. Probably ice this, I think. Go ahead and do that. Don't have a great starfall this turn. At least not right away. So I think we're just going to go for the Starlight. Not quite what I would like to have, but guess I may as well grab Starlight Reflection so that we can just go ahead and sand off twice. And we have effectively max draw. And I forgot about the taunt, which meant that we just like absolutely had no chance of hitting the back one that turn anyway. Another setup turn for them, which I think they're going to regret slacking off. Sooner or later they got to do something. I guess they tried and we just said no. I'm not certain how valuable creativity is going to be this turn, but I gotta try it. Creativity is at 32. This is at. Probably actually just going to do that. In which case, I obviously shouldn't have taken creativity, but imagine planning out your turn in advance. You at least have one of them down. Ice that. Get mana. Just keep beating on things. keep getting mana. Alright. Let's do that. Could sunfall that, but I kind of want to actually be able to play that next turn. So I think I'm more inclined towards doing that. So we take, we go from taking damage, taking basically nothing. And yeah, this has so far just been an extremely chill run. Not a fast run. Yeah, we are nearly an hour in, and we are, or nearly 50 minutes in, and we are, as far as the actual run goes, we are still not getting there. Just get down. Swap stance. Is Sunfall good? Not really. I can hit 0 if I do that, which improves my immediate draw. Oh, and it actually freezes. Oh, well, at this point we just have it. We just do that, and we have lethal. Okay, we aren't really getting enough started for Pulverize to work. We don't have Mighty for this. I think we don't have all of these. It's not that good. We also aren't consistently keeping mana boost up. None of this is super exciting. I'd probably spin a reroll here. Star Atlas is funny at least. I don't know that we can actually use it, but we're going to take it. It's too much fun for me not to take. Upgrade-wise, I don't think we upgrade though. Well, although upgrading it does make it quite a bit cheaper to use. But I think we're actually, but then also we're kind of like committed to keeping it. I think we upgrade. We haven't really had defense problems. Which would be why we would upgrade the Pocket Shield. If you upgrade this, it becomes a lot easier to play out. That thing we just picked up. I think we upgrade this so that we have easy access to Cleanse, because right now Cleanse is very expensive for us. And then we cut. I don't think we need the Drain Power now that we have the core. And we're just going to go up the event path. Just take the energy. We aren't doing damage to debuffs, so we'll just take the extra recoverable health. That's probably a trinket we'll try and replace later, but... I think we probably do draw cards here. I honestly think we're going to actually Sublime Blast. For a relatively small amount of damage, but that's what we can do. Trash card, other trash card. Took a little bit of damage because of crit. It's fine. Plays a bit of a nuisance. It's going to hurt our ability to actually do damage here. It means that we can't freeze because of, yeah, the bladed. Starfalling doesn't seem super useful to us. Mana is a concern right now. Starfalling isn't great, but I don't know that we have a better option. He does get through some of the evasion. Or would I rather play this, discard the Star Atlas for now, puts us in a position like the only thing we can actually play is the Astral Alignment. That'll get through the... Oh, god damn it. Oh, it'll be fine. Because... Huh. Oh, right. Forget that, like, we are playing all this Crystallize just for free. Don't quite get max growth, but that's okay. I could have gotten out another... one of the 0-cost star things, and then another whatever blast if I'd been paying attention, but I wasn't. Okay. So we are drawing mana. So close. Could try to line that up to be a crit, but I don't think it matters a ton. We are going to just do what we do best, which is sand things to death, basically. And yeah, just sanding off the edges. We don't have any evasion. I don't think that's what we're looking for. I think we just take another Woodhorn skin. It's a card that I'm always, or I am often happy to just have multiple of. Not always, but often. We could take this or we just avoid the fight. I don't think we need to bother with the fight here. And here, Fire Presence does give us spells like us. The burn is kind of, we have the ability to set up Fire Mastery because we're Nayema. Maybe we do take that. One advantage here is we can stop the direction from showing up because we'll just have allies blocking the spots. I think we're just going to freeze that. Go ahead and get a little bit of sturdy set up. And yeah, we will go ahead and swap stances. Like we could have ended it in based on which stance we care about, but I just wanted to get the extra crystallize out there because it's free. All right. I should cut the Star Atlas, but I like the idea of eventually doing Star Atlas things, even if I know it's never going to happen. We are not a Star Atlas deck. Okay, Elemental Mastering Spell Weave. I think we would rather just Gore for the powerful. Should upgrade the Gore. A lot of things I want to upgrade. As we've said, that's kind of like one of the things with this deck is that basically everything is one of the things with Breach Wanderers in general is that, like, part of why I like hybrid mode so much is that there's always so much I want to upgrade, and so I like having the option. Donk, 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 donk. Rip. What is the actual shot card dropout? Okay, so the important thing is we can draw into that, but we can't actually afford it if we do. So that's not the most useful thing. Do we play it anyway? Gives us growth. Should have done that in the other order. So, well, no, there was no way for me to do that. Didn't get the thing out. So we are taking, the scaling damage this turn, but we just don't care. I think we're fighting White Flame Guardians, which is going to be obnoxious considering we're supposed to be an ally deck. So I can play this, but we can't then play the Celestial Conjunction if we do, which is less helpful. I guess there's a workaround there where I go into Moon Stance and I get more mana out of Moon Stance, and maybe we get somewhere. And Read the Sky is also on the list of the very, very many cards that would be useful upgrades. Oh no, we made it angry. But yeah, it doesn't get any friendos because it can't. We are already tough, so we're just going to do this. Pull up a couple of stacks powerful. We are looking at taking a bit of damage here though, especially because the burn damage went up. Oh, but burn damage went up, but then our actual per hit went down because the burn stat going off. So we ended up actually still in nick with shield. So that did work out for us after all. Bonk. Definitely drawing cards here. See, how far are we from a card that we actually want to brick? It's 4 cards down further. So we can actually get there. Yeah, I think this is just not going to be a pocket turn, really. This hit, unfortunately, does not scale based on our burn, so cleansing did not matter. But and we also don't have enough. Whatever. There's one of these. Pitch that. And yeah, like I just don't want to play a ton into whatever. Into the barriers. And play a little, I guess. Probably shouldn't have, because now we're going to actually take some damage here. We have a ton of recoverable, but we don't have a ton of healing, so... Still kind of at a loss. Okay, so... Oh, we don't have any shield, though. I had this masterful plan that doesn't actually work. We can just create one of those. Can't use it, but we can create it. And we can do this, and then pop and do it again. Continue to just sand things for completely reasonable amounts of damage. Yeah, like I said, hunger's our healing basically right now. Okay. We do have... Oh man, that is so close to just being outright lethal. There we go. Sand him for good measure. And there we go. That's another boss fight down. Donk donk. We just keep ending fights at full health. I don't hate Arcane Silence. Give us a second cleanse card. We don't currently only have the one. We are fighting... Having more cleanse against destruction. Like destruction is going to chock us full of bleed. I should actually have taken a Devourer Strike just because of fucking bleed cards from that one jerk. It's this or we reroll and take Fiery Presence. I don't think Fiery Presence is that useful for us. Bloodquake is also fine, but it's got very low base damage. So that aspect of it is less useful. I think we don't super need that because we don't have healing. And the other things like this does go also on the list of things we want to upgrade. I think we upgrade the Gore because it becomes cheaper and becomes more powerful stacking. And like I said, I really like this upgrade because it just like gives us a lot more. What's the mana boost? Mana boost being the more important thing because we are not maintaining that. I should just cut the Star Atlas. Did end up winning us the fight, though. Does give us a big finish that we otherwise are completely lacking. I really want to cut it, but I don't know that I can justify that. No, that's a lie. I want to keep it, but I don't know that I can justify that. But it's my run on keeping it. We do get the turn to gunk, which is great. We have to choose between turn to gunk or clear focus, but I will happily take turn to gunk, especially because we took the other cleanse card. Do we change stance? Yeah, I think so. See what we get out of this. Love to see it. Another one. I'm not even sure that's necessarily better than just taking the draw, but I mean, I'm not here to not take rare treasures if they are offered to me for free. You don't have a great starfall here, or a great sunfall here, sunbolt, whatever. Words are hard. We have a good enough sunbolt, I guess. Where are we at on draws? Does not quite get us to mana. Oh no, because that triggers Wits twice, so it will get us to mana. Let me just do that and hope that we draw a mana. Nope, that's fine. Should have lethal next turn regardless. Yeah. Oh, that wasn't quite lethal. I just thought it was. Bonk him. Alright, so looking through the other options, we need to freeze 2 more enemies. We've not done anywhere near enough damage with Arcane. I think Crystal Wand is better than the Curse. This is basically nothing for us, that's not super useful. Just discard item, and we are going to reroll and take a turn to Gunk. Event. We're absolutely taking the upgrade here. So forgive me, Star Atlas, I should upgrade it, but I think I upgrade that because we are going to be dealing with Blade in Area 3, and that is very nice for that. You do use this to get a free removal, but I didn't really want to remove anything last time, and the only thing we've picked up is a thing that I want to keep, so. Okay. So we are definitely wanting to draw cards here, but not that card. Actually, I guess we don't have great draws regardless. So we can do this, which will draw us the Pocket Sand and Starfall. I guess what we can do is this, just for all of the tough, and now we can apply Braille to both of them, whatever that's worth, and our whatever from the event means that we are safe, although the doggo is not, and I should have thought about that before doing things, but I should have thought that before doing things is kind of my my motto, if we're being honest. Obviously, this is a pretty major nuisance that we are extremely fatigued. But that's only for the 1 turn. Although, I think this guy might be fatiguing us again. No, just enfeebling us, which is also annoying. Do all of our buffs. Those are a nuisance. We don't have a good way to get rid of them, aside from playing them. And playing them means being enfeebled for the rest of our lives. I don't know why I did that as though I thought I could draw into that endless oozing. And I am terrible at sequencing. I think we are encouraged to do this because it will mean that those are definitely not in our draw pile. And the question is like, do we just lose this? I think we can afford to actually just lose that health and shield. Or at least we can do it once. The question is, can we do it twice? It's like, I don't want to be enfeebled for the rest of forever. We do have the turn to gunk. I think we can afford to lose it. No, our friendo. Have to summon a replacement friendo. We gotta get rid of that. Oh, we don't even have the wits for that. I just assumed that we would, but we super do not. That's awkward. But that does line us up to Starfall for a pretty big number. Unfortunately, we cannot draw into enough mana to use this. Probably should just junk it, but where's the fun in that? I do still want to try and make that happen at some point. I don't even know what I'm trying to do right this moment. I think I do want to be in Moon Stance to start next turn. Annoying. Guess we at least get to ice one of them. Which will freeze. That means we don't get doomed. So we only get 2 mana out of this, but it will at least let us cleanse. Which will also conveniently get us to pocket mana. Didn't make great use out of our non-enfeebled turns. We do get to get rid of one of these, which is nice. Starfall. Oh, right, the growth. I was like, what just got squelched? Guess we go cleanse, shield. So much, whatever. Alright, yeah, this fight is obviously not going particularly efficiently. We're definitely going to be getting mana out of this fight. This isn't a great sign for Formless. I think there's a decent chance this is one of those runs where we just like get to Formless and then just sort of fall over and die. But I've said that before and then things worked out, so who knows. Maybe we'll maybe things go better than I am anticipating. I don't know why I bother checking. It's not like we have any other option aside from drawing cards. I think we go for... I don't remember how much mana that's going to make us. Grab the Sunbolt optimistically. turns out that we did have enough mana, by the way, so it all works out. We still just cannot use that. Actually, we can. Let's do that. At this point, though, we may as well just pay, and then we get the kill. We did it. We made it through that fight. Just reroll and take the mana here. Singularity would be our big hit, but we've had a whole ton of problem playing. I think like without this, we aren't playing expensive cards, so that's not really it. We're not fighting cruelty, and we didn't take the other thing. So like if we'd seen this earlier, we might have taken gamble. Not sure we can. We would have been able to safely gamble anyway. I don't think we upgrade that. Upgrading the VHSs would be good. Do we need to upgrade the VHSs? I'm not sure. Probably not for that fight. I think Focus Plus is probably actually the answer here. I still don't have any cuts because I've just been largely avoiding fights. Just go here, I think. Dark Focus is good. I could go here and get a second turn to Gunk, but even though the White Guardian fight does technically throw trash in our deck, I don't think it's super important to get rid of relative to some of the other trash sources. There we go. We should be actually able to use Mini Limb Strike. So, you know, once we get there, that should be good. I know, Mini Limb Strike being good is such a surprise, but like, we don't actually have to play this, treat this as a 16 mana card. I just kind of am. Freeze that. Swap stances. Big advantage of doing it this way is then we are at 12 growth for next turn. Yeah, we are way too dirtily and not freezy enough for Formless. Because we've never really turned the corner into being a faster deck, which is ideally what we would like to do to make Formless feasible. We do get a Star Atlas now. Thinking. I think I would like to guarantee the crit on this. So we have to do slightly awkward sequencing. Not too awkward. Starfall is not going to get us a big enough number. Ice that, because we can. Yeah, we may as well cleanse. It's kind of funny that we have ended up being more crystallized deck than a Spellweave deck just because of the combination of the pocket sand and the crystal whatever. And the crystal staff. Sunbolt time. Should have done this in the other order for 2 reasons. But creativity will either be lethal or it will draw us into a lethal sand. And there we go. No. 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 And then I think we'll just take the dark focus. And on to the next fight. Not taking either of these. Well, actually, this now is okay. Because that's just basically a pretty free draw card. We may just take that. Even without any curse synergy. This one is the one I'm trying to take. And then kind of awkward in terms of like how this mana shakes out. Because I want to do this to hit 0, but I want to do that obviously after we have hit. Oh, but we have the purity anyway. Time for... I think we want to focus on these guys actually. Could ice them, but I don't really have anything here I want to ice. I guess I could ice this pretty safely now. This is not a turn that we care a ton about freezing, but this is a lot of shrivels, so we may as well. And because we've maxed out our growth, I'm fine with giving up our Mystical Bloom. Okay. Oh, our button. Only have 1 wet, so we won't get full value out of that. It's not the best Starfall ever, but that's fine. And we just do that. Should get weak on you. Should have spread out the weak instead of just focusing all the damage here, but yeah, this is the one that's really annoying because we're gonna get more of those stupid grasp cards. Should have probably considered popping our card draw trinkets, even though we were safe, just to because killing those would have been nice. Wonk. I am willing to discard that. It's really unfortunate that this is like the literally the last card to drop out. Stance swap, get mana, get damage, keep sanding. That's the only arcane we have to deal with in the fight, so it's not a big deal that we got that much. Alright, Perfect. Calculated. Knew that was going to happen. First, we're still in a position to actually like get real value out of this. Although this is like if we had upgraded it, we still would be 1 mana short, so never mind. I was gonna say like if we'd upgraded it, we'd be in good shape, but that's a lie still. I think you have failed me for the last time for this fight at least. Hold that so we can get the buffs. Take our meager beating. Just for fun, let's pretend I remember that that card existed for the entire fight. For the entire run. I don't think we actually get a 10 out of it, but, you know, it's the principle of the thing. We absolutely are run cards here. Get to get rid of the other one of these. Still slowly sanding our enemies to death. Get the mana for next turn. Fortunately, we are not stacking enough burn on our enemies to be able to take the white flame card. I don't think Morbid End is it. We are slow, but we aren't interested in that, I think. This is kind of funny, but I don't think it's actually good for us. We only actually have like 3 spells. I think we take that. I should cut the Star Atlas. I should give up on the Star Atlas dream. This works twice though. If we upgrade it, maybe it'll work again. No, we're giving up on the Star Atlas dream. It's finally time. Alright, we are thinking. Just do that. Okay. We are like 2 draws away from Starfall being good. Conveniently. That draws us 2 cards. Could just Starfall again. I think I'd rather just Starlit Reflection. Oh, that is just going to copy a sand, but it's a pretty deadly sand. Guarantee you, all of my enemies are sitting over there like, I don't like sand. Of course, rough, it gets everywhere. We don't have any safety net on these things, so we're going to be a little careful on flipping them, because we don't have much arcane and don't have much freeze. They're trying to kill my friendos. How dare they? That's fine. I've got a plan. Mine is you're dead. Should have played that first. Oh well. I need to actually freeze that card, I think. Doop. Alright. One of them is now effectively down. Freeze out their first turn after flipping, they are substantially less able to do anything. Actually, kind of funny to do this, because even though we don't plan to play this twice, we do still get the copy in hand that will give us an end of turn bonus. Nice try. Absolutely, we are in Sunbolt territory here. I do not have a plan for what we do now, but I'm sure something will suggest itself. Something might just be Sunbolt again. You've had first Sunbolt, yes, but what about second Sunbolt? Got him. Yeah, we take Ossifying Strike here. Consider the Toxic Cloud, but I like the Ossifying Strike more. None of this is better than what we have. And time to start the gauntlet of actually probably difficult-ish fights. I don't know how difficult they're going to end up being, but probably not easy. Going to be perpetually hurling our allies over to die. Because of the white flame in this fight. It's just kind of an inevitability. Cannot get much mana right now. I should have upgraded Pocket Shield before now. Should have seen what our draws were there. Fine drawing those next turn, I think. But you're even that powerful anyway, so no chance to avoid getting exploded. Decent chance we end up getting dispelled anyway because of emptiness. Nope. Alright, I want this draw, but how do I lead any VHS this turn? Reasonably? So we don't have wits really, so we can't starfall. We can't draw off of that card that my brain is blanking on the name of. I think we do this, and then we starfall to get mana. In my head we were at 0 there, which we were not. Could starfall again. That'll actually do damage, which is not necessarily good for us. because it'll trigger the white flame and kill our friends. Because they all have... Well, no, because it'll do... Yeah, because it'll do 3 white flame procs, it'll definitely kill this one. Because it only has 6 left. Won't kill this guy. Oh, they're all dying anyway from this guy, so that's actually not that important. I would like to draw more than that. We could roll the dice on getting the 30% chance to just like straight up be able to draw through everything. That'd be really nice. But then we don't have mana to play stuff anyway. Huh, this is awkward. Take that, but it doesn't do anything. We just take a Starfall. Definitely want to weaken that guy because otherwise that's a lot of incoming damage. I'm actually going to Starfall here. I don't know that I am. Excuse me, tough, which is nice. Unfortunately, we are getting iced again. And I can do the shuffle and draw, which is guaranteed to draw me VHS. We keep having the endless using sneak at the bottom of our draw pile, which is just so obnoxious. I'd really like to have it, get that going. I think we're going to end up taking some damage probably this fight. Yeah, there's the Dispel. Here's all are powerful. This fight could definitely be going better. Problem is I have to draw first here. Then we're looking at exploding, which I don't love. Icing for not enough because of all of our powerful is gone. Yeah, we are still shocked, so. Yeah, this fight just ends up hurting us quite a bit. Can't quite get anything going, partially just like we keep trying to turn variety of things really going wrong here. I'm absolutely regretting not upgrading the pocket shield before now. Although that does get us enough shield, we can at least get mana out of that one thing. Gets us a little bit of our powerful back. I think we are still stuck having to get mana out of this. I would like to get the tough and sturdy, but we just need the mana. Because we just can't do much without it. Would actually take a charge chill at this point. Would be somewhat useful. No, we're not going to transform for a long time. Just gonna kill you, but Definitely the fact that like we just cannot, we are kind of priced into doing things that keep getting our allies killed is actually a nuisance. Because it massively limits our ability to actually accomplish things. Fortunately, our only way to draw again is Starfall. But that will let us get a gunk. That will let us gunk. We won't actually... Not as bad as it could be. At least get to gunk that. I don't think we can Sunbolt this out of existence. I would love to, but I don't think we can quite get there. Nope. Yeah, we're not dead, but it's not looking good. If I did here, I'm probably just going to call it. Like, there's definitely a way to reset to get through this fight, but I just don't care quite enough. And there's a decent chance that hunger just kills us here, I think. Okay, no, it doesn't. It's not the worst. We do not have our lifesteal to work with. Although we are looking at losing even more health here. Because I do need to draw into this so we can start doing things. I do want that in the draw pile. It's unfortunate that it didn't draw gives any way to actually start doing damage. Oh, that's a lie, because we can play this. Of course, it's obviously a bit of a problem. I think hunger still does have a chance to just completely kill us here. Yeah, we just get killed by hunger here. Oh, we had the Phoenix Feather, which I had forgotten about. Who is surprised that I have forgotten about a key thing that is going on? Nobody. Nobody is surprised. We still have no wits. We're completely witless, which, you know, no surprise. There's no way for us to actually get to this and this. Because the best we can do is we can draw 4, which gets us to here. Which is probably still good, because, like, the double cleanse is good. So if we're going to do that, I think the play is Starfall to 0. Draw 2. We don't need tough right now. So I think we sledge this. I do actually like just having the infuse right now. And then we Starfall the Arcane Silence. Although I don't know if we can actually play it twice. But even playing it once seems pretty good. I guess we can play it twice. But I would rather kill this. And I don't think we can do both. Oh, whoop. Okay, so we will get the kill if we just gain shield here. And we just stand to this again. So got one down. Kind of wish I just died, because now I've got to play out the rest of the run. Yeah, our poor sprites. Never can catch a break. I don't want to waste a freeze, but I don't think we are, because I don't think we were getting a freeze anyway. Oh, we were. I lied. Oh well. Force summons just never get to live for any length of time. It's only partially my fault. Bonk. Fortunately, we did have Purity. Probably should work on killing this one, because the revenge hits if we kill the front one are going to be brutal. Block the blade, but we don't block the fatigue. Maybe we just get rid of this. I don't know if it's doing much for us. No, we can actually draw into this. There's not enough ice, but that's what we got. We can't get them out of supercharge. Do we just go for more shield, or do we get... I think we go for this. So we don't have that much actual incoming damage. Yeah, we are just perma-shocked. And we are also dead to whenever hunger rolls that again. Which is, you know, not where I would like to be, obviously. Pull you out of supercharge. I think we can do this, and even though I know that I'm setting myself up to potentially die to you. And this guy revenge kills us next turn, and that guy revenge kills us next turn. Can't live in fear. We can die in fear, though. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. I did indeed just immediately go for the revenge kill, the revenge hit. And like I said, I could have played around that, but I just don't care. This fight is just so obnoxious with our ally to deal with the ally fight. Because, yeah, just like everything we do keeps getting blown up, and that's a large part of why, like, I just don't care. Just don't want to deal with that nonsense for the rest of forever. That just so this is online. We are so close. If I'd done that first, we may have actually gotten there. Wow. No, I messed. Well, that's really unfortunate. Who knows? Maybe if we had, we would have gotten it low enough that we didn't die here. But we do die here. Into the run. Okay, next beta. You joined the Discord. Message one day about it. Been pinged in the Discord. And then yeah, we're just gonna die here. Whatever. Into the run. Thank you for tuning in. I'm going back to Monster Train. That fight is just really annoying. Just really painful. We were not a great deck. We were going to die to Formless anyway, but I'm not surprised we lost there. I needed to be on my A game for that, and I decidedly was not. Anyway, thank you for hanging out, those of you who tuned in. I will see you guys next time. Until then, toodles.